As my 10-year-old son slipped on a pair of pricey leather Nike high tops with neon green, electric blue, and bright red details, I cringed inside. He danced around the store as I wondered how to talk him out of these hideous shoes. As he pleaded his case, a wave of nostalgia hit me, bringing me back to my own childhood. I remember stepping off the escalator, trying to catch up with my mother as she hurried through the junior section of her favorite department store. I shuddered at the hangers screeching across the racks as she plowed through a selection of sensible, high-collared blouses. I preferred a cute top from Limited Express, but there was no stopping her. On a mission to complete my fall wardrobe before school started, she said we needed to buy sweaters, shoes, and skirts. I tolerated trying on the horrible blouses and itchy wool skirts, silently vowing never to wear them. I needed her goodwill for the prize, a pair of Sassoon baggy jeans. It was 1982, and all my 14-year-old friends had designer jeans that made their butts look fantastic. Wanting the best for my rear, too, I humored my mother and pretended to like the conservative French schoolgirl clothes she loved to buy me. I'd do whatever it took to get her to purchase those perfect jeans, which I was sure would change my life. She tortured me in the dressing room with a pile of other jeans, looking for the most flattering fit. When I finally slid the Sassoons on, she said they weren't a great cut for my hips and scoffed at the high price. My mother has never worn a pair of dungarees, as she called them, in her life. She prefers dress pants and skirts and everything matching. Her closet is filled with designer clothes and muted tones of puce, taupe, and ecru. In the end, she bought my desired denim, and I rejoiced. I suppose I should have considered myself lucky to have a mother who took me shopping and bought me nice clothes. But as a teenager trying to develop a sense of style and fit in, I felt persecuted. My mom would only buy me clothes she liked and thought were appropriate for a young lady. She and I were close and shared a lot, but this was a divisive issue in our relationship. As I got older, I'd save my allowance and job earnings to buy select clothing I liked. But if she didn't approve, I'd hear about it. She was, and still is, the queen of passive-aggressive comments like, "You don't have anything to wear that fits you better than that? You have such a nice figure under all those baggy clothes." Before college, we fought endlessly about what clothes I would bring. She couldn't separate her college experience in the 1960s from mine in the 80s. She insisted I pack a simple black dress for all the cocktail parties and formal dinners she imagined I'd attend. She couldn't picture me slipping around the beer-soaked basement of a frat house wearing a t-shirt, jeans, and boots. When I studied in Italy my junior year, she made me pack skirts, sweaters, loafers, and pumps because she said that's how Europeans dress. I brought only one pair of jeans. Upon arriving in one of the fashion capitals of the world, I discovered that jeans and cool sneakers were part of the Italian uniform. I wore the same 3 outfits until I found a pair of flea market Levi's for 3 times the price they were at home. She was dogmatic and convincing, but I'm not sure why I didn't rebel more. I didn't have the right clothes to pack anyway. I was searching for chic and always feeling square. After college, I moved back home and got my first real job. I wasn't earning much, but I was fortunate to live rent-free and could spend money as I wished. The first significant paycheck got me buzzed. I headed straight for Ann Taylor. I had walked past the window hundreds of times and admired the stylish mannequins. I started in the front of the store and methodically went through every rack, gathering an armful of items. They started a fitting room for me, and I went back for more, like Oliver Twist at a hotel buffet. I couldn't wait to show my mom what I bought. When I revealed my first official working girl goods to her, she didn't know what to do with herself. She liked some items, but turned her nose up at others. But for the first time, she had no say. As we argued over the length of my blazer and whether the sweater set matched the pants, it dawned on her that I planned to keep everything in that huge, indulgent shopping bag. She threw up her hands and cried, "Do what you want, you will anyway." I was frustrated that she was right about some of my choices, and she couldn't just be happy for me and my grown-up clothes. I was also giddy that she had lost control. Her tenure as my fashion policewoman was over. There would be many more sprees in the following years. I made fashion mistakes, parachute pants, prairie dresses, oversized flannel shirts, but it really wasn't about the clothing. It was about the freedom. The sheer joy of choosing, trying on, and purchasing my own clothes was divine. Did I waste a lot of money on things I didn't need? You betcha. But that was part of the learning process. Now I was in charge. I eventually graduated from Ann Taylor and department stores to smaller boutiques as I developed my own style. Now, my mother and I have a mutual appreciation and respect when shopping. She's the first person I consult in a fashion crisis and one of my favorite people to take to the mall. My son's style is creative at best. He favors shiny synthetic materials, and getting him to trade his Adidas sweatpants for jeans is a near impossible feat. Every t-shirt he wears is emblazoned with a sports logo, and he purposefully almost never matches. I'm surprised by how much it irks me, but I'm determined to let it go. So when he begged me for those garish Nikes, I took a deep breath and gave in. As he gleefully skipped to the car, I smiled and said, "I can't wait for you to show these to Grandma." He grinned triumphantly and said, "Me too."